Con una rentabilidad de forma indefinida y te devuelven el 3% de los recibos de la luz y del gas. Sí, sí.
Hello. Hello. My one.
Ay, no, pues no te la querés comer hasta el dente.
Bello per noi trans, che siamo un po' dimenticati.
Laura?
È un gran piacere, un aiuto morale per noi, perché noi tante volte le persone si dimenticano di noi, no?
Ok.
Non me lo sono aspettato, non me lo aspettavo mai. Sono molto contenta, grazie a Dio e a Lui per tutto lo che mi ha aiutato nella pandemia, quando è stato male. E in più è argentino come me.
Dove abitare in Italia?
Hello. Hello. My one.
Ay, no, pues no te la querés comer hasta el dente.
Bello per noi trans, che siamo un po' dimenticati.
Laura?
È un gran piacere, un aiuto morale per noi, perché noi tante volte le persone si dimenticano di noi, no?
Ok.
Non me lo sono aspettato, non me lo aspettavo mai. Sono molto contenta, grazie a Dio e a Lui per tutto lo che mi ha aiutato nella pandemia, quando è stato male. E in più è argentino come me.
Dove abitare in Italia?
Hello, you are welcome once again to Evangelist Inimakalo TV Treasury of Excellent Knowledge. I am your serviceable servant, Evangelist Inimakalo. I want to talk about the issue of Pope Francis welcoming transgenders into the Catholic Church in the Vatican City of Rome. That is part of the video. I've just played this video repeatedly. The video you have just watched, I played it repeatedly, and that is 3 times. I'm going to play 2 other videos relating to this particular program. So the reason for me making this video, as you can see the caption, it is the part 32nd of Christianity versus religions and the political colonialism in Africa. So, previously, all of us were ignorant and we were all blindfolded. We never knew the truth until we began to grow. And some of us began to walk or be led in the path of the truth concerning Christianity, religion, politics, colonization of all sorts, while some of us are still wallowing in ignorance, and some we are being misled and being led on the path of lies and falsehood that make them still remain blindfolded and never come to the light of the truth concerning the whole matter. And it is not a surprise that there is a long-lasted controversy over the issue of Christianity, colonization, and the religions in Africa, to be precise. I know this is a problem to the world, but the one of Africa is alarming and it is worse. So, the part of my reasons to make this video is to explain to the world, starting from Africa, that as I always come to teach and to explain that Christianity is different from religion and the religions are not Christianity, I still maintain this fact and I can defend it anywhere, any day and at any time, because it is true. The truth may be suppressed, but the truth can never be terminated in every matter. I've been declaring it to the world that the Pope Francis is not a Christian, and the Catholic Church is not a Christian church. Rather, it is a religious church. It is a colonial religious church formed from the Roman imperial colonizers. And the Catholic Church is being owned by the secret cult known as Illuminati. The Catholic Church is not the church that is founded by Jesus Christ, even though they may claim the name of Jesus Christ, claim the name of Christianity, even claiming the names of the apostles of the Bible, who were the true apostles of Jesus Christ, but their practices, their belief systems, their functions are never the same. So it is just because of the trending name of Christianity, the name that draw attention from the time Jesus Christ has come to this earth to establish it. So because of the love of the people to that name, Christianity, the movement known as Christianity, the movement of eternal salvation, then the Catholic Church hijacked that name and with their imperial colonization imposed their selfish authority, their selfish influence, and began to influence many, even though even until today, a lot of us had not bowed to that system, and I am one of them who have not bowed to that system, and that is the reason I have the temerity to always come online to explain, online, offline, wherever, to explain the difference and to insist with the truth and the fact that Christianity is not Catholicism, Catholicism is not Christianity, because welcoming and celebrating transgenders in the Catholic Church is a taboo. It is an abomination, and it is not a part of Christian doctrine. It is not a part of Christian teaching. It is not a part of Christian whatever. Rather, Christianity condemns this kind of activity, even though we are not authorized to kill anybody or to fight anybody for being a transgender or being whatever the person wants to be. But I am just trying to let the people know that what the Pope had done is not approved, and it is not supported by Christianity. It is not supported by Jesus Christ. it is not supported by the true Christians, but the real Christians. And whosoever that support this is a hypocrite, like the Pope himself. Also relating it to the issue of Africa. So this is to also affirm my assertion that there are people who came to Africa with religious colonization, and there are people who came to Africa with salvation Christianity. So these are two different sets of people. And also to debunk the claim of the anti-Christianities in Africa, that they are the Christians during the colonial era came with a ship that is written Jesus to carry slaves in Africa. So I also have been debunking that claim, that false belief, to let them know that those who came with that ship to carry slaves from Africa, we are not really Christians. Rather, these are the Illuminatis, the pirates, the buccaneers, and other occultists who were the colonizers who came to colonize Africa, then disguising themselves as Christians, whatever, using the name Jesus Christ to deceive the people, to buy slaves, taking them to Europe, to America, and the other parts of the Western world. But in the real sense, Christianity condemns slavery. And it is Christianity that ended slavery in Africa. So I am here declaring to the world that there is no real Christian that will ever support what the Pope had done, because it is a taboo. It is called abomination according to theological terminology. No real Christian will ever support what the Pope had done by welcoming and celebrating transgenders in the Vatican City. It is a taboo. It is abomination, and it is not a practice of the Christian Church. And I therefore maintain my stand to declare to the world that the Pope is not a Christian, but he is a colonizer, an occultist who claim to be the Christian leader all over the world and imposing his speculated or his personally or Catholic claim of supremacy, imposing his own supremacy over all other people and bringing it into the world stage, which is also being controlled by their co-illuminates or illuminators, the members of the Illuminati secret court and other secret court. This is exactly what is going on, and they are preparing the stage for the progressive one world order and the one world religion, when that is a system of order and the religion that will bring everybody together. The Muslims, the Christians, the transgenders, the homosexuals, all of the people put together. The Catholic, the Pentecostal church, the Jehovah's Witnesses, the Buddhists, the Hinduists, all of the religions that exist in this world, when they will forcibly be bringing them together and to form one world religion. And these are the indications of the prophecies, of the Bible prophecies regarding the end time, and it is never a Christian activity. So I want to play other videos to complement this particular one.
Comprar o vender tu coche en flexicar.es puede ser muy fácil, igual demasiado. Flexicar, muy flexi, muchos cars.
Ah, y una de patatas también.
congregations. The Vatican's document stated that transgender people, including those who have received hormone replacement therapy or sex reassignment surgery, can be baptized under the same conditions as other believers, but only if there is no risk of generating a public scandal or disorientation among the faithful. But the document did not clarify what a public scandal would entail. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Does that mean that if it's a trans person who's been involved in controversy and said un-Catholic things that they're not allowed to become, or is it that if there's enough backlash from other Catholics in the area that then it's not allowed? I literally don't know what they mean. Additionally, the statement allows for transgender children and adolescents to be baptized as well. That's way more progressive than I would have expected. And added that there is no reason why transgender people cannot serve as witness at weddings. The document also specifies that a same-sex couple would be able to baptize a child who had been adopted or born via surrogate, providing there is a well-founded hope that he or she will be educated in the Catholic religion. The Vatican's affirmation that transgender people should be welcome in the Church's sacramental life signals Pope Francis' desire for a pastorally focused approach to LGBTQ issues is taking hold. Francis Di Bernardo, executive director at New Ways Ministry, a Catholic outreach that aims to build bridges between the Catholic Church and the LGBTQ community, wrote in an editorial Thursday, "As for whether transgender people can be godparents, the Church was again vague, saying it would allow transgender people to fill these roles, again provided there was no danger of what it termed a scandal. The Church said it leaves the decision up to pastoral prudence, but without providing specifics, clarifying that such a function does not constitute a right in the eyes of the Church." So it does appear to be like if there's enough pushback against it in certain conservative Catholic churches or regions or congregations, that then they'd say, okay, well, not in that scenario. So it's a classic like incremental change. It's like when the Pope has said kind things every now and then about gay people, but you know, it's not like he came out in favor of gay marriage, right? I'm pretty sure he didn't do that. There's another example. Like, yeah, we're cool with trans people. You know, I'm cool with them. They could be in their religion and all that fun stuff. But if there's a very conservative Catholic district where they don't want to do that, well, you know, it's pastoral prudence. They could do what they want. That seems to be the general breakdown. Now, I should point out, though, as well, there was just a very conservative Catholic bishop, is it, or priest, some conservative Catholic leader in Texas who Pope Francis just dismissed. He basically just kicked him out of the church, kicked him out of his position, because apparently this guy's very conservative and he oftentimes undermines the Pope. Now, you know, some might say, oh, heavy-handed tactics or whatever. But look, the fact of the matter is I was raised Catholic, so I know the way that this stuff's supposed to work. And the bottom line is the Pope in the Catholic religion is like the closest thing to God on the earth. The Pope is supposed to have like a direct line to God. So anything the Pope says is basically Catholic law and Catholic teaching. So for somebody who's a Catholic to then turn around and say, I disagree with the guy who's a demigod, it's like, all right, well, you're not really doing this whole Catholicism the way it's supposed to be done. So if he wants to kick your ass out, hey, man, that's the hierarchy you signed up for. You signed up for this hierarchy. So he dismissed one of these conservative leaders in the Catholic Church. That's kind of based. But look, is this going to lead to widespread acceptance of trans people in Catholicism? I don't know if I'd go that far. I don't know. It's interesting because Catholics are the most evenly split religious group in America, where you look at polling and it's almost exactly 50% of Catholics are Democratic voters and 50% are Republican voters. And so this is sort of in line with what it's like in the US in a sense, right? Where it's like some are conservative, some are liberal. I've been in Catholic Mass where they try to make it as much as possible really apolitical. It's not like, you know, Midwestern or Southern Baptist stuff or evangelical Christian stuff. It's not like the hardcore Protestants who are all about like preaching anti-abortion stuff and socially conservative stuff. The Catholic Church, even though they are like anti-abortion, it never really came up, at least in the church that I was taken to as a kid. And so, I don't know. Look, as per usual, this Pope goes above and beyond what other religious leaders are willing to say and do when it comes to various progressive social issues, which is good. He's anti-war and all that stuff. That's all good. But of course, I can't help but have the agnostic and the atheist in me come up here at the end and say, this like sort of half-measure bullshit is just what happens when you have a religious framework and you're up against a tide of social conservatism, which was part of the church for so long. It's like you can never just come out and say, we are totally pro-trans people. It's got to be this weird, mealy-mouthed, middle-of-the-road, like, you know, maybe in some instances they can be part of the church, but maybe in other instances not. Like, you know what I'm saying? And same thing with the comments on gay people is better than any other religious leader, but at the same time, it's like not enough, right? So this is my pitch to just don't be part of a legalized larger cult, right? Be agnostic, be atheist, be secular. You know, this is the name of the channel, right? Say secular talk. It's like you can use your mind, you can use your brain. You don't have to be part of this weird group in order to feel like you have meaning and purpose. In fact, I think more oftentimes than not, it's some secular thing that provides meaning and purpose for people. It's not necessarily religion. Religion does for many people. There's a lot of people who find meaning and purpose outside of some religious context and framework. And I think that's preferable. I think that's just better. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you.
Esta Navidad descubre su Chart Mini, ideal para compartir y regalar.
Let's talk about this. And the reason I want to talk about this is because the first time that I tried to expose what Pope Francis was trying to do or turn Catholic Church into, I got ferociously attacked. I mean, there was nothing that people didn't say to me. A lot of my followers even unfollowed me. They said, Joe, why do you always attack the Catholic Church? What has Catholic Church done to you? This was the kind of stuff that I was getting from people. I don't know what is wrong with it. Or sometimes when you try to tell people the truth, they become unnecessarily emotional. They always allow their emotions to override common sense. And for me, if you know me, I am that kind of person who doesn't care whose ox is gored. When I see the truth, I speak it. I tell people that I love to strip the truth naked. That was what I was trying to do. That people didn't understand. They were so emotionally attached to religion rather than being emotionally attached to common sense and to the truth. The Bible you read says that you shall know the truth, and only that truth that you know will set you free. Early this year, Pope Francis warned against anti-LGBTQ laws. He warned against it. He warned everyone, warned even Catholic bishops and reverend fathers, and told them to kick against anti-LGBTQ laws. In other words, he's telling them, if you see anything like anti-LGBTQ law around you, kick against it. This is a pope of the Catholic Church. Nothing in your Bible accepts or promotes the LGBTQ lifestyle. It is a lifestyle from the pit of hell. We know it. But here's a pope who is supposed to be the representative of God on earth for you, not me. Here he is telling everyone to kick against anti-LGBTQ laws, which he's supposed to be promoting in the interest of our faith, if he is one of us. As if that was not enough. Not long ago, and this was actually in the news, you heard of the conservative bishop in Texas, Joseph Strickland, who had always opposed Pope Francis's stance in this whole LGBTQ stuff. He's always opposed the Pope opening his arms so wide for these LGBTQ plus people. And because of his opposition, because he's one of the fiercest critics of the Pope, he just got unceremoniously discharged from his duties. The guy's no more there now. They kicked him out. He's gone. He's gone. And everybody is saying, wow, this is unusual. Catholic Church doesn't do this normally. The Catholic Church of today is different from the Catholic Church you used to know. And here again today, we just heard again that the Pope just said, oh, the transgender people can be baptized. That's what you heard in the news. But I'm telling you, it's not only baptized. The Pope also said that they can serve as witnesses. Oh, no, they can serve as godparents and still be witnesses at weddings. Now, if transgender people can be baptized, if they can serve as godparents, if they can be witnesses at weddings, my question is, how long are we going to stay before we hear the Pope say, okay, these guys can also become Reverend Fathers, or they can also become bishops, and they can become anything that they need to become in the Catholic Church? What more is left? It's all over. It's all over. If at this stage you do not realize that we're living in the end times, honestly, I don't know if anything again will ever make you believe that we are living in the end times. If this one doesn't wake you up, I don't know what will. And look, right now, he's hosted them. Can you imagine transgender people in a holy land? The place you call your holy land. It's like Saudi Arabia opening Mecca, for transgender people to flood there, for homosexuals to flood there in Mecca. This is what your Pope has done. He has opened the Catholic Church up for transgenderism, for LGBTQ+, for all this weird lifestyle. In case you don't believe me, I'm going to play you the video right now.
Hello. Hello. My one.
Ay, no, no te la querés comer hasta el diente.
Bello per noi trans, che siamo un po' dimenticati. È un gran piacere, un aiuto morale per noi, perché noi tante volte le persone si dimenticano di noi, no?
Ok.
Non me lo sono aspettato, non me lo aspettavo mai. Sono molto contenta, grazie a Dio e a lui per tutto lo che mi ha aiutato nella pandemia, quando è stato male. E lui è argentino come me.
Dove abitare in Italia?
Hey, it's Adam from StreamYard. We have an exciting new feature to announce called Green.
Now, this is a brief biography of the Pope Francis. So, Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio, 17 December 1936, is the 266th and the current Pope of the Roman Catholic Church, a title he holds ex officio as Bishop of Rome and the Sovereign of Vatican City, as well as current de facto Prince and Grand Master of the Sovereign Military Order of Malta. This is a brief biography of Pope Francis. Then I'm about to round up this program. So the world, Africans, humanity at large, at wherever you are located, I want to seize this opportunity to let you know that all of these things going on, all of these shenanigans are not Christian. They are not Christianized. None of them is a Christian activity. And we have seen the two videos I have played to complement this, Joseph Okechukwu speaking and condemning this event. We also see an European speaking to condemn this event. And the two of these people were Catholics. Myself have never been a Catholic because I wasn't born a Catholic, and I was never raised a Catholic. I have been a Pentecostal Christian all through, even when I was not serious with Christianity until I had my personal encounter with Jesus Christ, then became serious with it. Until now, it has been Pentecostal all through, and by God's grace, I have known the truth from when I decided to come to the knowledge of the truth. I began to acquire to know the truth and about life, which is Jesus Christ. Know the right way, which is Jesus Christ, and know the real life, which is also Jesus Christ. That is the revelational aspect of the Word of God, the purpose of God, the vision of God for humanity through our relationship with Him. That is the essence of Christianity. But what the Pope had just done is a satanic movement to pollute Christianity, then to defame the name Christianity and to defame the Christian Church. As I've said earlier, it is also a satanic movement, the Antichrist movement, for the formation of the one world order and the one world religion, the one world order, the one world religion in the aspects of this Catholicism and other people who will be supporting this kind of movement. As we see, the iniquity will continue to increase and the love of many people will continue to wax cold. These are the things that many people see happening in the supposedly Christian church, which is not really a Christian church, or they are not really Christian churches. I mean, going beyond Catholic and others. When people begin and continue to see this kind of things happening, they will continue to be discouraged with Christianity. Many people are disappointed due to this kind of issues happening in the church, where abominations are being condoned and celebrated in many churches, which are not really Christian churches, but claim to be Christian church. And talking to my fellow Africans, this is also to let you know that this had been the system right from the colonial era of 500 years ago until today. These are the people who claim to be Christian, but in reality, they are fighting against Christian, they are fighting against Christianity. And these are the people they use to colonize the Africans, because I am saying this, since Pope Francis has celebrated and welcomed the transgender, as we heard the European speaking in that video, and we will begin to hear the members of the Catholic Church from all over the world, including African Catholic Church members, trying to find reasons to justify what the Pope had done. Though I know certainly that some of them will not condone it, some of them will not support it. But I am bringing it to the table, and also to affirm the fact that I am not a religious bigot, but I am a proclaimer of the truth and the reality, because when I have this kind of teaching, the Catholic Church members begin to call me a religious bigot, of which I am not. And the reason is what Joseph Okechukwu has hinted upon. When you try to bring the truth to them, they will become unreasonably emotional. They will become emotional sentimentally and begin to find reasons to justify the corruption, the abominations that is going on in the Catholic Church, and as a result, because it is being endorsed by the Pope. I am not trying to say that the Pentecostal Church is perfect in every ramification. This is not what I'm trying to claim. So that people will not misquote me and begin to prejudice against me, because I am not really a religious bigot. Because many people also, just like the Pope, disguise themselves right inside the Pentecostal church, polluting the church. Many people in the Pentecostal movement today are occultists. But I am defending the Christian faith, the integrity of Christianity, and the right standard of Christianity, which is Christocentricity, the Christianity that is built and established by Jesus Christ. The real Christianity is centered on Jesus Christ. That is the lifestyle of Jesus Christ, the teachings of Jesus Christ, what Jesus Christ condemns and what Jesus Christ endorses. All these things are the components of the fundamental belief system of Christianity, called the Christian doctrine or Christian tenets of faith. So this is the modern day religious colonization. So Africans should be more aware of this, because a lot of us have been claiming that religion is the problem of Africa, Christianity is the problem of Africa, without them knowing the differences between Christianity and religions. And without them knowing who is a Christian and who is a religionist. The Pope Francis is a religionist and not a Christian. He is a Catholic religionist. And his fellow Catholic religionists will begin to find reasons to justify this abominable, these ferocious endorsements of transgender in the Catholic Church. And the time will come when they will begin to make laws against people like us who see this kind of evil and condemn it. Many people will become afraid of speaking the truth to condemn the evil. And many will even want to identify with the Pope because of the favor they'll be getting from him. Many will like to endorse it because of the favor they will be getting, or just to save their life. And I am to remind us that I made a video just last week, and relating about the secret ongoing of global conspiracy against the Christians all over the world. And these are the things that will trigger the persecutions when the time will come when they will pass the law of endorsements of this transgender homosexuality and the rest of them. And when this kind of a thing will begin to happen, they will begin to take it to the global level. It will go beyond the Vatican City. They will begin to endorse it in different locations of the world, wherever the Catholic Church is being located, and they will enforce it with gunpoint, with gunpowder and bullets. They will enforce it with persecution, with machetes, cutlasses, and all other weapons. They will impose it on people. And when this kind of a thing will be going on, people will begin to shouts that they have been complaining on how the Christianity has been the problem of the people. So this is what I am here to let you know, that this practice is not a Christian practice, and the Christianity can never be the problem of Africa. Rather, the Christianity has always been the solution, not only to Africans, but humanity as a whole. But the problem, another problem from the side of many of us, the human beings, is the rejection of Christianity and of Jesus Christ. Everything about Christianity is positivity, and that is the perfect personality, vision, and the purpose of Jesus Christ. It is also exactly what I am championing, like myself, like many other people who are faithful and ardent Christians. So this is not the real Christianity going on. Real Christianity condemns all of this shenanigans, and I want to so that we the Africans will not continue to wallow in ignorance. That is one of the reasons we make this kind of videos that we make. May God bless you for listening. I also want to briefly, once again, appreciate all who have subscribed to my Facebook channel, who have sent their friend requests, and I have accepted them all. As I speak, at least it has completed 5,000, even though there were 5 decliners, and I have replaced them with dependent ones. But there is something that I don't like going on in that page. I'm not now talking to everybody in that page, but I'm talking to a specific people. It is about people tagging me in their various programs, and when they tag me, the program, whatever program they have or whatever short video they will make, will appear on my own page. And this video has nothing to do with evangelism. Those that always tag me are those who advertise their businesses, and it is always romantic business and some other people, money ritualists, who advertise their businesses. So since, let me say, throughout the last month, I used to come across all those kind of stuffs. Then I'll try to remove them from my page, and I don't welcome them. I don't like it because it is not related to what I'm doing. If they are Christian teachings, then at least I will be cross-checking some of them to know some of them that I will delete, and those that will remain. But since they have nothing to do with my Christian programs, that is the reason I do delete all of them whenever I come across them, and it gives me a lot of work. I therefore want to play with those who tag me in such programs that has no connection with the Christian teachings, to stop tagging me so that they will not, such programs will not continue to appear on my page. There are lots of them now which I am going to take my time to delete. So I won't continue with that system. So I beg of you, please stop tagging me, because if it continues after 2 weeks, I will begin to block those who tag me while streaming their programs that have no relation with the Christian teaching. So I beg of you to stop it on your own, because I don't want to be blocking people anyhow, but further discomfort about my page and about my program will automatically compel me to block some people, and it should be those who used to tag me whenever they are having their program. So this channel is a channel for Christian teaching, for Christian activities. It is not just a channel for any kind of activities. So I'm not interested in those things that you tag me upon. And also when you tag it, because it is not just one person, not the many people, and some of them do it repeatedly. Then it comes to block, they come to those kind of stuff, come to take a large space in my page. And at times, someone who have not really known the page will believe that these are the kind of stuff that is being run in this page, while it is not really true. It is they are just activities of others. So after 2 weeks, I will no longer be allowing them to stay like this. So please, if you're one of those who used to tag me, stop it. And I will begin to block after 2 weeks. May God bless you. The program